Okay, hello everybody. Welcome to the finale now. This is the big demo day of the Remix AI Bootcamp series. So this is sort of the accumulation of the last few weeks, and particularly of Build Week, where we're going to get to see the 7 finalists pitching. So yeah, this series has been very good. It's been pushing sort of the boundaries of DeFi and Web3, and how this is going to be really fitting into the real world. So we've been looking at real world assets, data, physical systems, refi, DeFi, sustainability, health, and public infrastructure, and democratizing healthcare as well along the way. So we kicked this off a couple of weeks ago now back in June, and we've had over 600 builders register for this program. We've had some fantastic submissions. So congratulations to all the finalists if you guys have been invited to pitch up today. We've also had some very good partner sessions. We've had 6 partner sessions. So we've had these with who are joining the Remix Bootcamp. So we've had Base, who have been running through the agentic payment flows. We've actually got Stephen joining us today, who might be saying a couple of words at some point about these submissions. Then we had Chainlink, we have Solange, who was talking about dynamic oracles for real world and healthcare data. And then we had ZK Verify, ENS, and then Scribe. And then lastly, we had the graph looking at verifiable indexing. So hopefully you guys have learned a bit along the way of this bootcamp, and you've learned a bit about Remix as well, and how you guys can get involved with it, what it does, and how useful this tool is nowadays. So last week, we wrapped up Build Week. Builders took everything that had sort of learned from those sessions and combined these with the partner tech, which we had on offer, which is mainly Remix Pro, and that was getting you guys ready to build your working dApps. So that's been the hard part. Now we've got the hopefully slightly more fun part, which is if you guys have been selected to be a finalist, then you get to pitch your project now. Show the Remix team, show myself, show the Jan and Stephen and the partners as well, what projects you guys have been building. We have 7 finalists today. I'll give you guys a quick rundown on the order. Hopefully you guys should know. Actually, let me just copy it in. I'll copy it into the chat just so that you guys can see who is pitching which when. And I'll change the chat settings. Okay, there we go. Those are that's the pitching order. If you guys are joining from any of these projects, can you just wave your hand, say hello, let me know that you're here, so that's easier to find you, and it's easier for me to invite you up to be a panelist when it is your turn to speak. So DDRP, if you want to raise your hand first, and then we can get things going. But yeah, we've had a very good selection of these submissions over the last week. So congratulations to you guys who have reached this stage. We will do some pitches first. We'll do sort of the overview, which I've already done. I'll probably hand over to Andrew and Rob, who's going to say a couple of words now about the submissions, how they found the whole process, and then we'll get on with these pitches. Maybe a bit of feedback after each one, ask some questions to the Remix team, whatever you guys fancy. And then at the end of it, we will announce some winners. We've got 4 winners today who are going to be getting a year's worth of Remix Pro subscription. So looking forward to see who is going to be winning that. I will hand over to Rob/Andrew, who, if you guys want to say a couple of words about anything.
Well, thanks everyone for submitting. And it was a lot of technology covered in these sessions. And I was interested in both in the concepts of what you were coming up with, what the history of if you've thought about these ideas before this hackathon, and how complicated it was or not to work with these different technologies inside of Remix and Remix itself, including Remix AI and QuickDApp. So I guess that's what I was interested in seeing from everybody, and also like the complications of coming up with a dApp that kind of completely could cover your ideas. Seemed like it was a very complicated part for people. So yeah, Stefan, do you have pass it to you?
Yeah. Hey everyone. I just wanted to say I'm impressed with kind of the scope of the submissions. And it's great to see how many of you are building on base and how far the DevX of building on chain has come. And I hope to see you all continuing to make an impact with real use cases and continuing to build on base going forward.
Cool, awesome, thank you, Andrew. Do you have anything, or we can get on with?
No, not really. Just glad to see all the submissions. It was very interesting for me. There's a long history of my background, trying to use Ethereum and Web3 for real world projects. So it's really good to see it come to fruition here.
Awesome, cool. Okay, right, let's move on with the pictures then. I think we've got Aditya up first, who's joining us from DDRP, Verified Escrow. I've just invited you up, Aditya, so hopefully I've got that little notification. Nice, I see you're joining as a panelist now. Perfect, I see, awesome. If you want to unmute yourself and then share your screen.
Hi everyone.
Hello, how are you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you doing?
Good.
I'm just sharing my screen. I hope my screen is visible.
Yes, it is. Awesome.
Yeah. So my name is Aditya, and I have built a DDRP protocol, which is an escrow-based relief protocol. So what is does is like NGOs are there to serve for the disaster, but when the disaster is striking, donors need a proof that whatever they are releasing, it is going to safe hands. But the people receiving aid and almost having no power to verify or to say that this is happening, the whatever the funding have been done, are they being delivered or not. So this is built to target that. So the core conflict as evident is the trust issue. Donors want evidence, NGOs needs funds, but the receiving camp is the only individual who knows whether the aid has arrived or not and can only verify it. But the existing system is digitizing the reporting, but they do not change who can authorize a payout. So the cost of unverifiable aid is very big. The UN has recorded 28.19 billion in humanitarian funding during 2025, and in the US alone, the DHS Inspector General questioned more than 3 billion in FEMA home repair payments because verification documents was insufficient. So the problem here is more of a structural kind of something. So the current system is forcing to choose between speed and accountability. So why not build something that is able to solve this issue by giving us the more accountability as well as the speed? So I decided to build on something on using the base chain to transfer of the funds and using the ENS protocol to check check with the verifiable identity of the people, and then using oracles to verify the disaster reality of the disaster, the striking of it. And yes, so this is an on-chain escrow for verified relief. If a donor is committing something like, let's suppose 500 hygiene kits for a flood displaced camp, then the funds are transferred for that amount, and but the NGO cannot release its own payment. The donor cannot approve the payment unilaterally either. So funds are only moved when there are some volunteers. They sign that the kits have been received, and the NGOs also sign that they have delivered it. Then only the funds that are logged in the smart contract are released. So there is a trail of where the funds are going, and also with the verifiability that the funds are going to the place where they are intended to be. So this is on a normal flow, like NGO is claiming the delivery, but in DDRP we can have the option to independently attest that the things have been received. In spreadsheet audit trail, there is no there is no availability, or you can say there is no ownership authority of whatever has been done. But if it is live on the blockchain, then public can see that where their funds are going and what is there is no centralized administrator. And what is the delivery rounds can be repeated, and if someone wants to drop it, or some issues having, the contracts allows itself to roll back the funds, and if the target has not been yet met, or it has not been yet approved by the receivers and the donors. So this is built for the real use case. So for example, if in DDRP is supporting the recurring aids. So, changing CRE workflows can determine when a disaster round is allowed to begin. Then it is not approving the payment. So, delivery verification is always on the humans. So, after the settlements, the things can be automatically become available for the next round. So, it is of pull based refunds. Like if it is not happening, then things can be reverted as well. So this has been designed around the common failure modes. Like attesters cannot be contributors. So those who are contributing cannot approve it by themselves. So no false delivery of the funds can be made. And if anyone is pooling the funds without allow listing, like in bigger donations, they can do it. Funds is only released after two human attestations, and refunds are there, and there is no override, and every payout is based on its own funding rounds. So for this, what I have already built is uh, uh, escrow state machine, and the smart contracts are there. And funding round, the fundings can be transferred. It is currently deployed on Sepolia basement. So you can use the Sepolia to test the escrow funding and other things. Currently, have the mock to show that disaster is there, so that pool can be linked, but it is not live yet to get the feed. We'll be integrating on that, and the delivery, storage, and verifying are yet to be implemented of the funding from two attestations. And so this is it, no, like for the buyers, it gives like disaster response NGO and funders to only donate somewhere where there is a real verifiable impact, and it gives the option to users, to volunteers, to verify their things so that it can go on smoothly. So sample use case can be relief kit to be given in the monsoon corridors, or in case of floods, things can be automatically delivered once verification is done from the chaining, and the contracts can start releasing the funds. So this is it. If you have any questions.
Is that a? Yeah, you go ahead.
No, I wasn't going to say that. I was just going to say, take it away if you guys have any questions.
Did you use the CRE.Solange
Mm-hmm.
site? Dev?
Sorry, come again, please.
Did you use the remix the CRE.Solange.dev site to open up
Uh,
and remix?
yes.
And how did you find the? Are you a developer? Are you coming more from a development side or from NGO side?
I'm having a developer background.
And so you used the Remix desktop for this?
I partially used more. I was reliant on Cloud Code.
So it's mostly done outside of Remix.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Okay. And why not? What did you see as limitations to Remix?
Uh, I I did not explicitly see any limitation, but the thing is, I used it and for the smart contract deployments and testings. But for few stuff, I am familiar more with Cloud Code, as many of us are. So yeah, it was kind of mix of both.
Okay. Okay.
I have a question, Aditya. Do you have you have actual plans for this pilot for pre-monsoon planning in India?
Yeah, I'm building towards it. Yeah, but it would take some time to get with the correct people and do it.
Mm-hmm. Cool.
Awesome. Sweet. Thank you very much, Aditya, for kicking us off well. Who have we got up next? We've got Mark up next. I'll invite you up now. Hopefully, Mark, you're ready. Where are you? There we go. Cool. Hello, Mark. How you doing? Do you want to unmute yourself? Yeah, nice.
Yeah. Hi, girls. Hi, everyone. Hope I'm audible enough.
Yep. Yeah, we can hear you. If you just try and share your screen, then
Okay. Is my screen visible?
yes, it is. Nice. If you just click on whatever you want. Yeah, nice. There we go. Go into present mode.
Can you see the presentation? Is the presentation visible?
Yep, we can see the presentation. You might want to go full screen. Just put it into presentation mode, which is
Maybe a little help.
view. If you go view.
Yeah.
Actually, no. I think it might be at the bottom near the zoom in feature. I think no. If you scroll left a little bit, yeah, one of those. Is that it? Yeah, that's the one. Wow. There you go.
Okay. Thanks. So hi everyone. My name is Mark Jacob, and this is MagiWatch, a public accountability layer for community water infrastructure. It was built for scaling global resilience challenge. The idea is simple. Reporting a problem should create a record that the community can follow until resolution. The name Magi comes from, it's a Swahili word for water. So that's the inspiration for the project name. Imagine a broken community borehole. A resident reports it through a call or a chat or a paper form. Even when the report is genuine, the community may not still know whether it was formally logged, who is responsible, or whether the issue was actually resolved. That weak audit trail can enable delay, lost reports, and poor accountability. MagiWatch addresses this gap with one shared, time-stamped, and tamper-resistant public record. The workflow has 4 steps. First, a resident submits the issue, location, category, and optional evidence. Second, the smart contract records the reporter, timestamp, and an open status. Third, the designated authority moves the report through under review to resolved. Finally, anyone can verify the history through the public dashboard or Basecamp. The value is not cryptocurrency for this project. It is shared visibility from report to resolution. Technically, MagiYacht uses a React interface generated by Remix QuickD app. EtherJS connects it to Solidity smart contract on base Sepolia. Anyone can submit and read reports, while only the contract owner can update the status. Report created and report status updated events preserve the audit trail. The contract was compiled and functionally tested in Remix, deployed to base Sepolia, and verified through Socify. There are no payments, tokens, or NFTs. Strategically, visibility can improve both response coordination and accountability. Public timestamps create a common source of truth. Status tracking makes unresolved issues easier to identify, and permanent history makes changes easier to audit. Blockchain does not repair the borehole by itself. It makes the path from report to response harder to obscure. The proof of concept is working today, and the verified contract feeds the public dashboard. The demonstration borehole report completed the full lifecycle until completion or until the problem was resolved. In terms of the final roadmap, the roadmap is practical. First, validate evidence and geospatial views. This will include adding geospatial views to the application. Next, I will integrate chain link automation so that it could trigger dependable alerts, while community verification strengthens confidence. At scale, the graph could index reports for fast analytics, and ENS could make public identities easier to recognize. Together, these integrations provide a clear path for MergeWatch to grow from a working proof of concept into a scalable public interest infrastructure. Thank you.
Great, thanks. Could you talk about the process? Did you develop the smart contract through the prompts through Remix AI,
Yes.
and what was the process of that?
In terms of creating the prompt, this I used ChatGPT. ChatGPT helped me to create the prompt, but the contract scaffolding was actually done through Remix AI Assistant.
So you came
as
up
well
with a
as
prompt in ChatGPT, and then you pasted that into Remix?
Yeah. Yes.
Interesting. And so coming up, like ChatGPT was helping you with develop the concept?
Yes, ChatGPT helped me develop the concept, and I was using it actually helped me with the project planning. So I was using ChatGPT for the project plan, but the execution I was using Remix, and I was also using the Remix AI to just understand the code that is generated better.
And then did you use anything like the audit tools in Remix, or did you know how to find those?
Yes, I use the audit tools. The front-end generation and development guidance was from Remix.
I meant like the audit checklists or any skills, anything like that?
No, I wasn't able to use the skills. Yeah.
And did you see the audit checklists inside of Remix?
Yes.
Okay. I guess that's... Oh, and how did you find using QuickDAP?
QuickDAP was actually very interesting because when you paste the prompt and throw it to the AI, you could see it running side by side with the AI, and you could actually preview the app before it was finished. So it could allow, if you could stop, if the AI was going the wrong way, you could stop it and just paste another prompt. Yeah, I think that's where I almost burned through my credits.
You shouldn't have had any limit on the credits. So
yeah, I received the Bootcamp Pro version a little bit late. That's why I was only able to deploy the application through Vercel and not through Remix due to the time limit. I had a time limit.
But you found the where to deploy inside of QuickDAP, or did you see that part?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I saw the where to deploy through QuickDAP, yeah.
Okay.
But I wasn't able, yeah.
That's all my questions.
Cool. Awesome. Okay. Thank you very much there, Mark. I think we've got Who we got up next? Green Pledge, which is Samar. Let's invite you up.
Yeah, hi there. Hi, Giles. Can you hear me?
Yeah, awesome. Hello, how are you doing?
Yeah,
I can
pretty
hear
good. Yeah, let me just
Good.
start by sharing my screen. Right. Okay, can you see it?
Yeah, perfect. Yeah, nice.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, so hi everyone, I'm Samrat, and this is Green Pledge, and I want to start with something that most climate apps get wrong because it explains everything I built afterwards. So most climate apps assume that the hard part is knowing what to do, but it isn't actually, because you already know that, for example, cycling beats driving. The hard part is doing it on the 12th day when it is about to rain. And we fail there because a promise to yourself is free to break. It carries absolutely no weight. And behavioral economics fixed this years ago. It's called a commitment device, and you attach a real cost to breaking the promise, and people usually decide to keep it. And that's how another example, which is called, I think, Stick K, works. And what it never had is settlement. Someone has to hold the money and rule on who was right, and you have to trust them. That's exactly what I feel a blockchain solves. So Green Pledge puts the commitment device on chain. So here's the diagram, the way it works. And I'll give you a real example here. Let's say I pledge to cycle to campus all week and I stake 0.05 Ethereum on it. Then I name my flatmate as a verifier because he sees whether the bike actually leaves the hallway. And that Ethereum that I just staked is now logged in the contract. It's not with me, it's not with a company. So nobody can touch it. And let's say Friday comes, my flatmate attests. And if I did it, my stake comes back and I earn an impact credit. And if I didn't, the contract sends my stake to a climate fund and I don't get to argue about it. So, two safeguards: the contract won't let me verify my own pledge. And if my flatmate disappears for some reason, I reclaim my stake after 3 days and the money never gets stuck. Now, that credit cannot be transferred ever. That's the most important decision in the whole project. And it comes straight from the problem I opened with. Voluntary carbon markets failed because like unverified credits became tradable. And once you can sell the certificate, the market prices the certificate, not the outcome, and verification stops mattering. And my verification from my previous example is a friend who decided to say yes to my commitment, and strong enough it is strong enough to change my behavior. So nowhere near strong enough to back a tradable asset. So I blocked transfers at the contract level, and these are reputation, but not offsets. So it's all written, tested, and deployed on Remix, verified on deploy, and events design subgraph first. Um, and that is the roadmap. So credit becomes tradable at exactly the point verification stops being social and becomes cryptographic. So with signed meter data, Neuer circuit, ZK verify, then the restriction I built in becomes safe to lift. And yeah, that is my presentation. Thank you for listening.
I just had a question about your integration of subgraphs. It
Mhm.
looked like in the current iteration you were having some trouble with it. Could you talk about what you were trying there, or do you think did it work, or did I? Um,
Okay, yeah, yeah, I see what you mean. So yeah, I did have some trouble integrating it into it, but um, after the project week ended, I was still trying to work on it. So it did not go into the iteration I submitted, but yeah, it is there now. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, so you did get it to work eventually, just afterwards.
Yeah, I did
I
get
see.
it into.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have a comment. I really found it interesting that you left the social attestation in, and kind of retained the community aspect of this with the flatmate verifying. But I just wondered if obviously you could probably attach a sensor to your bike and or GPS from your phone or a Strava app or whatever, and generate a proof from that to keep it private. What was the intent to leave it as a social
Yeah.
verifier?
No, yeah, totally get it. Again, it goes back to my point about behavioral economics, because it was a major like foundation to my project. Because to be honest, at the contract level, uh, my friend can just decide to lie about it, and we can just go back to our own ways. But what I find is that, at least because when I was building the project, I found that a lot of my friends, they are more bound to like sort of keep their promises to have that social aspect uh, when they're with another person, rather than rely on just an app that tells them what to do. So yeah, that was it.
Cool. I get it. Makes a lot of sense.
Yep. Thank you.
Cool. Thank you very, very much to Samarath and Project Green Pledge there. Okay, next up we have Terra Guardian Environmental Health Intelligence Agent, who is Coral, but Coral is currently in Norway doing some crazy tour, so I have her demo video. I'm going to share my screen. Let's see how this is going to work. Share. Okay, can you guys see this? Hopefully you can see this. Hopefully you can hear it. I'm going to play it.
Yes.
Can you hear it?
No, I cannot.
Nope. All right. Okay. Maybe if I take out my headphones. Hear it?
Yeah, we can't hear it.
Oh, you can't hear
at
it.
least
Oh,
we can
brilliant.
see it.
Okay, right.
Well,
Okay. We might not be able to. I'll have to I'll send you over a link afterwards, so that you guys can view that one. That's a shame. Okay, right. Now we have Project Arc Pump, which is Nugan. So we'll just get you up quickly. Hopefully you're present and listening. I can see you. Hello, Nugan. I probably completely butchered your name, I'm afraid, but sorry about that. Hello, are you able to unmute yourself and share your screen? Hello? No? Oh,
Hello.
there you go. Hello.
Share, share screens, but
Okay, cool. Right. Yeah, nice. If you click X, click the X in the top. Yeah, yeah. If you click the X in the, we don't want to see that pop up in the bottom right. Where it says Steve, yeah, click the X in the top corner of that.
Okay, so hi
You need
everyone.
to, okay, fine.
Hi everyone. I'm host and ES Bumps. AI agents are starting to do real work, but there is one thing they still can do on that through years. When an agent needs an API or data or computer, it had to pay. But today's payment are built for humans, subscriptions, API key, checkout with a car, none of that. It's a machine.
It's quite windy. I don't know. Do you have a microphone or anything?
Right.
It's very windy. We can't really hear you very well.
Oh. Can you hear?
Very, very windy. Okay, right. We'll come back to you because I'm afraid I don't think we can hear much of what you're saying. Okay, right. We'll move on to Daniel. Nice. I hope that wasn't just me who was hearing the wind, but
no, it was loud, the wind.
Okay, nice. Okay, Daniel, we will invite you up now, and hopefully you can give us a little bit of a demo. Hello, Daniel.
Yes, good evening, everybody.
Hello.
Yes, I don't know if you can hear me.
Yes.
All right. So let me share my screen. So I believe you can see my screen now.
Yep, we can.
All right. Good evening, everybody. My name is Daniel, and I'm pitching local medical passports, which is a health provider passport. This is a platform that allows patients to be able to keep their records, securely and privately. So they get to choose what they share with who. Okay, this is like giving the power to the patients, to have a private record. They get to choose who they share it with, and also importantly, because of the fragmentation of health data, especially across Africa. So basically, we are looking at three things. What you keep private, what you prove, and then what you permit. Okay, because health records, we believe, need to be kept privately. So, okay, now what is the problem? First of all, health data is fragmented, across different hospitals, different clinics. People have to pass through different processes for perhaps just the same ailment. You have to test it in different hospitals. So this is not good. And then we're talking about democratizing healthcare. So I think this is good. So how are we trying to solve these problems now? Or what are the problems that we're looking at solving? We're looking at treatment delays, re- repeated diagnostics, weak interoperability, exposure, and weak consent. These are all things that concern the data of patients. So what is our solution? How are we trying to solve this? we're basically we built on the base Sepolia, okay, using Solidity smart contracts. We implemented the ZK Verify. We implemented ZK Verify to handle the zero knowledge proofs and all that. And then, of course, base ENS names as well. Now, we're looking at solving the problem of ownership of data, for a patient. Also, privacy, allowing him to, you can give access to a health provider to see your data. You can also withdraw this access, okay, auditability. Then, of course, there's provider trust, because as a health provider, you get to sign up, of which an admin will need to verify. Although in the system in the future we're going to be using AI that is going to be doing all these checks for health providers. So yes, interoperability, and then of course it's open and extensible. Our smart contracts, all the smart contracts that we built, of course, they can be upgraded. So this is basically our architecture, like I stated earlier on. We built on the base layer 2. We implemented base ENS, ZK Verify for our ZK proof aggregation. Then we built completely with the Remix IDE AI. The smart contracts were built there. Plus, we used the Quick DApp for the front end. Yep. Then Solidity smart contracts. Yep. And then of course we're calling in Open Zeppelin in some of the contracts so that we don't reinvent the wheel again. Then in the future, we intend to integrate Chainlink, for Oracle, so that we can be able to get data across, because we believe that in time we should be able to track. So there is what we're thinking about. We're thinking about like using devices. There are medical devices that one could use. It could be a handband that will send, there will be some exchange of information from smart contracts, and then you're going to receive notifications and all that. So we intend to use Chainlink for that. So this is where we're headed, our roadmap. Although our app like I said, we've built already the MVP, or let me say proof of concept is there. I displayed it during the test session yesterday, of which is active. Our smart contracts are all deployed and they're all active as well. So, but this is our roadmap, right? This is our roadmap. This is where we're heading. I think now I can say we have the privacy layer, the healthcare integrations. Yep, we have them, but IoT is not yet. AI workflow expansion, AI summary is not yet also, and then multi-region pilots. But our DApp is active already. So pretty much, I think I'm done. Thank you very much.
I think I had a hard time reviewing yours because I don't think the repo was correctly submitted. Because it was hard to tell if you had used Remix, but also checking to see if the graph and CRE and the ENS were working.
Okay, I didn't use the graph and CRE. I only implemented ZK Verify and base ENS names. But of course, I built everything on the Remix app.
Okay. You might not have submitted the repo correctly, because I was having a hard time loading it.
I'm trying to get the correct repo now. I'm trying to get the repo now. I'll send it.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm also curious. What? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I'm just curious what contexts, what regions that you might be doing your first pilots in, or your any plans
Yeah.
for your?
Yep, it should be here in Africa because I mean the bulk of the problem, the fragmentation of data is, I don't know. I've not been to other climes like Europe or America, but I think we have that problem here, of which that's even when I saw the track about the democratizing healthcare, that was what I thought about. So
Cool. Which
yes,
countries?
I'm based in Nigeria. I'm based in Jos, Nigeria.
Oh, okay, great.
Yes.
We love Joss.
Thank you. So, okay, here's the repo, and here is the DApp link. Let me also post it. So, yep. Again, like I said, I built everything on using the Remix app, but I got to a point where the application, the Remix app itself, it stopped working because of the subscription. I think I complained in the Discord group, and then I think Rob said I could just continue on the online using my browser. So, but you can't push to GitHub using the Remix online app. So I had to create a file, then took it out and pushed it using um I pushed it to GitHub using VS Code.
Ah, okay. There should have. Let's follow up about that later, Danielle.
All right.
Maybe we can have a session later
All right.
because you should be able to just be able to sign into GitHub no matter what to be able to push to GitHub. So
Okay. Yes, I that's on the are you talking about online, on the online app, on the online, or the app itself?
either way,
Okay, because using the online, I couldn't use like a terminal. I couldn't access the terminal using the online app. It was only
yeah,
through
that's correct.
okay, okay. So I wasn't sure of that because we didn't touch it during the sessions, during the classes. Thank you.
Yeah.
Cool, awesome. I think that wraps. I think we got one more. We got Binjabi Progressive Protocol, but I haven't managed to see him in the participant list anywhere. Let me check again. No. If you are here, can you just let me know? But I don't think you are currently here. In which case, that will bring us to the end of all the presentations. So well done to all the finalists. Well done to the guys who have managed to pitch today. Hope you've enjoyed the whole process of it. And we can now find out who are the top projects who are going to be getting some prizes. So for that, I will hand over to Andrew, Rob, one of you guys who knows who the winners are, and we'll find out.
Well, here are the 4 winners. Lake, Green
Nice.
Pledge, Terra, and Magiwatch.
Awesome. Well done to you guys. Let's get some reactions in the chat and confirm if I'm wrong, Rob, but they've won a year to Remix Pro. Is that right?
That's correct.
That's correct.
Awesome. Sweet. In which case, I will be in contact with you guys about how to redeem this and how to get the sort of payout from this prizes. But I hope you guys have enjoyed this series. Hope you guys have learned a lot along the way. I don't know if Andrew, Rob, Stephen, Jan, any of you guys have any closing remarks about the series, how you guys have gone on. But I personally have enjoyed it a lot. I've learned a lot along the way. Lots of partners, lots of information to take on board. I hope you guys have enjoyed working with Remix Pro as well along the way, and have learned some new tooling from our partners. So yeah, if you guys have any closing remarks, then let me know. If not, wrap it up.
Oh, thanks so much, everybody. And if you
Yes.
have more comments, please put them in Remix Discord as well.
Yeah, of course. The Discord will stay open for a while longer. All the recap recordings as well, they're going to be on the platform page. If you want to head back and keep learning, they'll stay up on the platform page, so you guys can refresh your brains and go and keep learning along with Encode and Remix. So thank you guys for everybody who has participated in this. Congratulations to the finalists, and big congratulations to the 4 winners as well. I hope to see you guys again in some other Encode programs, and hopefully see you guys as winners as well. All right. Thank you, guys.